Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. Hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday afternoon so far. And my end, it's quite a rainy afternoon, but you know, you can't really complain that much. Um, Manchester United is going to host Sheffield United tomorrow, and this will be the preview. As it relates to form, I believe Paul Pogba will be starting tomorrow. Paul Pogba was excellent against when he came on against Tottenham. Um, As it relates to form, Daniel James, I don't believe Daniel James will be starting tomorrow after the stinker he had against Tottenham. I believe, or okay, going into the starting level, and this is not going to be a long video. In goal, despite being under certain criticism, I would say David Gea will maintain his place in the starting squad as the number one goalkeeper for Manchester United. With him in the defense is Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. As centre back, speaking of form, I would love to see Eric Bailly partnering Harry Maguire. I think Harry Maguire, due to certain supporters, should be dropped because he's slow. He needs to work for his starting place. He shouldn't be captain for Manchester United. This is just a shithole. Why is he even start for Manchester United? Why is he even captain? Harry Maguire is going to start. Anyway, who want to slice it or nice it, he's going to start tomorrow. And I would like to see him start with Eric Bailly in the centre back position. Because again, we need pace in the centre back position. We can't have two bland centre backs playing together, or at least starting together. We need flavour in the defence. So I would go with Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire. And at left back, Shaw's been getting criticism as well. I believe Luke Shaw will start. I really believe he will still start for Manchester United. So that is the back four with the goalkeeper. In midfield, and of course, midfields are always the trickier position whenever you're trying to make decisions on who is going to start for Manchester United, particularly with the new signing of Bruno Fernandes. At defensive midfield, fuck, this is going to be a tough one. Wow. Okay, I'll go with Matic. Hold on, I was wrong in my selection last time. No, I don't think Matic is going to start. Scott McTominay and Paul Pogba is going to start. Yeah, Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay is going to start as the double pivot. It's a 4-2-3-1. So Bruno Fernandes will be the number 10. He's going to start with again, this is not what I want. This is not the formation. Not the formation. The starting event I want to see. But knowing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to start. And with Paul Pogba in form, he's going to start Paul Pogba in the starting squad with Bruno Fernandes and Scott McTominay. That won't be the paciest midfield, but I mean, we're going to play against Sheffield, so you know, we can go either way. But anyway, I went on a long segue, but let's start. Let's go on to the forward line. Of course, as you would guess, I'm even predicting that Daniel James will be dropped tomorrow. He will be dropped tomorrow, and I must say Daniel James will be sacrificed for Mason Greenwood starting. Mason Greenwood will be starting at right wing. Left wing, although he had a stinker, but he came back from injury, a lengthy injury, I should say. After a prolonged absence, I would say Marcus Rashford will be starting on the left wing. And speaking of stinkers, like I was listening, it's rare for me to listen to. It's rare for me to listen to females giving their intake on football, and particularly Manchester United. But I follow this. I think her name is Sophie, and she used to be a participant in the United Stand on YouTube. Really attractive, snow bunny, and I think she plays football semi-professional. But that's not the point. She has this YouTube channel name here, something about here, but whatever. And she has a good amount of ladies on her podcast. and she wanted to know what's their starting level for the game. Man, this girl named Mick. I like Mick. She's quite the character. I like Mick. She said, yeah. I think she has this Manchester. I'm not from England, so I would know, but she has this rich accent, English accent. She's like, I'm gonna go against Grandpa. I think I'm gonna put Igal up top there because Marcel has been having a stinker, and I'll just like to see Igal starting up top. Well, usually my thing is usually females don't know anything about football, and the thing they do know about football is not that much. But I agree with that assessment wholeheartedly. Yeah, I think Igalo is gonna start. Again, this is my opinion, but again, I want you guys to leave your comments below in the comment section and who you think is going to start for Manchester United, and even in particular who's going to start up top for Manchester United. So I think Igalo is going to start tomorrow. I think Igalo is going to start tomorrow because Martial, I wouldn't say he's completely out of form, but I think Igalo needs to start. I think he can get a goal. He can hold the ball. He can bring others into play. Same as Martial, but I think Igalo is more of a natural number 9. So yeah, I think he's gonna start. So my starting 11 is De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Matic. No, not Matic. Me and Matic always have this relationship. Um, Scott McTominay, Paul Pogba, and Bruno Fernandes. I think that will be the midfield. Again, that's not the midfield I would agree with, but I think Ole is going to start with that midfield tomorrow. And in the forward line and in the firing line, we have Mason Greenwood on the right. I think this is the left, but whatever. Mason Greenwood on the right, Igal up top as the number 9, and Marcus Rashford as the left striker or the left winger. As relates to Sheffield United lost 3-0 to Newcastle, which is quite rare for them this season because Sheffield United, you have to give it to them. They have been on fire this season, and I believe they overachieved. I believe they believed in themselves and they overachieved. But speaking of mentality, what I spoke about in my last video, you need high mentality to believe that you're the shit. And yeah, they're in the top 10. In the top 10. Yeah, I think they're going to go for EuroLeague spot. Yeah, they're quite a solid side, but I think they're going to run out of steam next season. But that's a different story for another day. This is talking about the preview for tomorrow's game. So let's stick to it. Um, I think Chris Wilder is going to need a response from his squad because considering that they lost 3-0 to Newcastle managed by Steve Bruce, like, I mean, come on, bro, what's that? They're going to need a response tomorrow. And since Manchester United is going to play at Old Trafford, I believe, but they'll be playing at home. I believe Manchester United needs to score goals, needs to just squash goals left, right, and center. Sheffield United has been having a decent season, but they need to come to terms with reality tomorrow. Sheffield United isn't a club that is known to be in the Premier League often, and Manchester United needs to go and get goals. Don't be concerned with the opposition. Be concerned with what are you going to do tomorrow. And my prediction, as I bow out in this podcast, is that Manchester United beat Sheffield United 3 goals or 4 goals to nil. 3 goals to nil or 4 goals to nil. 3-0 or 4-0. That's my prediction for tomorrow's game. Again, you know what the deal is like, so I don't even have to ask it, but just for the sake of finishing up this podcast, leave a comment down below who you think is going to win. It could be Sheffield United or even Manchester United. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. I believe speaking of goals, I think Marcus Rashford is going to get a goal, just to up his confidence a bit. I believe who knows? But I think Marcus Rashford will be on the score sheet, and I think Bruno again will be on the assist sheet, if not the score sheet as well. Don't be surprised, particularly if it's a penalty. But yeah, that's my prediction for this game and my preview for this game. Again, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Show you in the after the game tomorrow.